oil pressure. It's lost all power. I know I said our E39 videos were gonna end with the intro video of this car, but thank you to a few of you guys in the comments on the last video. You guys are brilliant and reminded me that I forgot this, which is the secondary air pump EGR stuff. This was right in the back seat. As someone pointed out, they said, hey, you know, that pipe in the back seat is gonna fix your issue. Well, did not even realize, I could not find the ports. They're on the manifolds. This thing slides in like this. It didn't even occur to me. So because of you guys and sharing your knowledge with me, I am going to put this on. I bought grommets, and we're actually going to hopefully get this thing running and driving. And then I want to go on a first drive with you guys because there's too much good responses to the E39 videos. You guys are enjoying seeing E39 content. I want to keep bringing you more. So I'm going to try to get this thing drivable. I think it's doable. Really, it's just this, grommets, and some hardware and coolant. And I may be missing a coolant hose, but we're going to see what we can do. So let's dive in, get the EGR pipes hooked up, and get this thing running properly. Okay, so looking in here, it appears that we have the bolts are still where they should be, which is crazy, and a good thing. Okay, in. That should be it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get all my grommets for the valve cover, get this valve cover tightened down, put the coils back in, and we're gonna do another test fire up to make sure that you know, cured our noise and make sure it, you know, is gonna be worth going any further with hooking up coolant, etc. Okay, I got as many valve covers, grommets in as I can. You know, some of these are missing studs, like this one, stripped out stud. Great, that's awesome. Okay, so this one is as tight as it will be. So now I got the EGR hooked up, but the valve from the secondary air pump, the hose is broken. I don't know if I don't think exhaust should run through that. That should be a check valve or something. So let's see. I feel like I didn't do this all the way correct. I think that pipe has bad O-rings. I'm gonna hammer it in a little bit. Oh, I don't have the math on. Okay, that's better. Exhaust noise is gone. Now it's just loud heads, which, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? So I say let's put some coolant in it and try to drive it. Okay, good. So this is the other hose we needed, which is the upper radiator hose that also goes down into the water pump. So we are going to be able to complete the cooling system. That's what I wasn't sure of. Okay, so hose is on there. Hose is on there. Cooling's all hooked up. The loose shroud or the loose expansion tank is annoying. Oh, half the shroud is here. Yeah, completely broken. That's great. Okay, so no shroud, but might as well put the clutch fan on to keep this thing, you know, semi-cool. Thanks to the previous owner for the fan clutch tool. I've had a broken fan clutch tool for a long time. And it has been extremely annoying. And he was kind enough to leave me his. So that is very cool. We can pop the MAF back on. I have never done hose water coolant, but even though I'm doing this, still parting it out. This is just surely because I want to have some 546 speed time with you guys, because I haven't done it yet. Fill it until it comes out the breather, like most BMWs. It's like all leaking out somewhere or something. Oh, I forgot the... Yeah, it is leaking out somewhere. I forgot the frickin' coolant drain plugs off of the engine. Why would that be? I don't know why, who does that, but... Okay, we're gonna have to jack it up. I'm gonna have to get in there. Luckily I got the spare M60 in the back of the truck, my mobile parts motor, and I'm gonna put that coolant block, or that coolant in, or the coolant drain plug back in, and we should be good. See, and now it's times like that where you're grateful you didn't just spend $50 on coolant that just flowed out the bottom of your engine. So the plug is in. Now let's try this again. Okay, we got bubbles coming out of the breather. All right, we got water coming out. Still got some bubbles, a lot of bubbles. If you watch here, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but all those bubbles. So you just want to keep filling it until the bubbles stop and it's constant water. And then we'll tighten that up and run this thing to operating temperature. Check this out. It's got a DIY electric fan with a switch that's in the engine bay. And now the fan kicks on. So I guess every time this guy drove the car and it got hot, he had to get out of his car, pop the hood, and turn on his fan. It's really interesting what previous owners do with their cars. It's kind of funny. Blower and heat on full. It's not even loud in here. The engine sounds perfect. Now we're gonna wait for it to get the temp. So we got the scanner plugged in. This is why OBD2 is cool, only for this reason. So now we can see what codes it's throwing. All right, trouble codes, what do we got? Activation electric fan, inlet camshaft control bank 1, signal hot film air mass flow meter. Okay, so electric fans, pointless. Inlet camshaft control, that's a timing code. We'll erase it and see if it comes back right away. Coolant's climbing to the middle. I think that smoke is all the oil burning off the headers from when I didn't use grommets for the valve cover. So I'm gonna let that burn off. I'm gonna see if it's leaking a ton of oil. If it's not, we'll lower it and see. No, it's not leaking very bad at all. Okay, so it's holding temp right in the middle, just how it should be. So we can get this air off. Got the GoPro set up. Let's see what this thing will do. I have extremely low expectations that this thing's gonna run half decent, but let's see. Oh, this thing's got a really nice clutch. Windows work. I can't believe I'm driving this thing right now. This felt like such a stupid car to try to get running. It felt like it was so far gone, so far into the parts car realm. I didn't think it would ever come back to life, and it's actually driving. It definitely, needs a lot of various things, but man. Oh, hey, actually, this thing sounds kind of good when it's got on throttle with the muffler delete. It's not subtle, but it actually sounds pretty sweet. I mean, it's definitely a beater car. I mean, it's making noises, rattles. Oh, hardly running. The clutch bites really good though. No check engine light, and it seems like it's pulling all the way through. Oil pressure. The oil pressure light's flickering. I'm laughing and smiling and having fun because how freaking awesome it sounds. The oil pressure light is on though. Unless that's low oil. No, I think if it's red, it's pressure. Let's pull over really quick and ensure that we're not dumping oil all over the street. I don't see that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a light, if it's whatever. Could be many things causing that, but let's get out and do a little damage assessment really quick. Not damage assessment, but because that light's definitely chilling. Oh, that's off. All right, let me look under the car really quick. Uh-oh, I'm locked in it. Well, it's not leaking anything onto the ground, so it's not leaking really bad or anything. Oh, it is spraying oil. It is spraying some oil. So we're losing oil where the valve cover grommets are not fastened. And I did not think that that would have anything to do with oil pressure or losing oil, but it is. So we're gonna go back really quick and I'm gonna see if I can, I know they're stripped and I know they're not gonna freaking work, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get some grommets in there. Just to see if I could eliminate that and we could drive this thing more. But we did get to drive it, that's for sure. Well, we do have brakes. This thing, for what it is actually pretty fun. I cannot lie. It is fun in the realm of it's a pile of crap, but it's loud and obnoxious. And no matter how old I get, I will always think that that's fun, and I will always enjoy that. But overall, like right off the bat, it's not a bad. I mean, I've been in E39s before. I've driven an E39 M5 once. Really nice. They're fun, solid cars. I'm not into the styling of them personally. I would rather have an E34. I think these are a pretty bland looking car. But a lot of people will tell you that this is what they think is the best BMW of all time, you know, in terms of all around goodness. And that I don't know. It feels pretty nice. Let's see if I could be stupid in this corner. No. Oh, now we're getting a check engine light blinking. We are in a limp mode. Check engine light is blinking. It's lost all power. So something has gotten unhappy. Check engine light went away. I mean, that oil light's on. We may have. It's also getting a little louder. Yeah, I think we're losing oil pressure. It's actually starting to sound kind of bad. I think I might have just blown the heads up a little bit. Let's open this hood and see what we got. Oh, it sounds really bad. I think I just blew the engine up. Oh God. Yeah. I think I just either cooked the heads or I cooked the entire engine. Oh my God. What the hell? What the hell am I doing? Unless that was the preliminary issue he had and it just masks itself until it's warm, or I ran all the oil out of it. I'm gonna check the oil and look around a little bit and see. We did get our drive, though I don't think we will ever get another one in this car. Yeah, so that does not sound good. That is heads that are way beyond, you know, clearance and way more worn than they should be. So we're gonna let this poor thing rust. I went into this thinking this, and I'm leaving this thinking the same way. This engine was only worth the bottom end for someone wanting to do a B44 M60, and I'll stand by that. I do have perfectly good heads on a shelf. No one wants those parts, so I'm not mad about it. You know, I think it's kind of funny that it seems as though I may have blown this engine up worse than it was, but function inlet camshaft control bank 1, inlet camshaft control bank 2, misfiring at several cylinders, misfire detection cylinder 5, misfire detection cylinder 8, knock sensor, misfire detection cylinder 7, knock sensor, adaptive mixture adaptation. Yeah, this thing is way bad now. I'm not even, that's all we needed to see. That's all I'm gonna do. I got 2 videos out of this car, which makes me happy because I know you guys really enjoyed the E39 content, and I enjoy tinkering and making videos, so I'm really grateful you guys taught me the EGR pipe was important, and I'm glad we got to go for a quick drive in this thing. And that was actually a pretty fun quick drive. So my quick interview for a quick drive, the V8 without mufflers sounds awesome. I love the sound of the V8. My old 540 had muffler deletes and it sounded awesome. It's a really great sound. The power was actually impressive. I cannot even lie. The power was very impressive. Even comparing it to the M60 B44 in the 8 Series, which is a heavier car, auto trans, you really start to see how much of a difference the weight and the auto make for these engines. Because this is a less powerful engine, but I would be lying if I said it didn't feel more impressive than it does in the 8 Series. I wanted to get these things side by side so bad, but obviously that's not gonna happen anymore with this poor thing. So unfortunately we can't do that. Maybe one day there'll be a nicer 540, but E39s, they're comfortable inside. I think they're really good at decent power, decent comfort, you know? Whereas I think a lot of people tell me, oh, the E34 feels a little too old, you know, I'm scared to drive it, or, you know, it just feels like too nice to take out, and I get that. They do feel wildly different. I will say the E34 stepping into this car really started modernizing things, so it does feel a lot different. I'm still an E34 guy, but my quick impressions was this car is awesome. I can see why people love these cars, especially in a 540 6-speed or an M5 form, because that was a pretty impressive drive, and this being a really poor condition example. So could be an E39 in the future again, who knows? This one I think has met the end of the road, unfortunately. This time I mean it. I don't think we're coming back from this one. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed another E39 episode. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the drive. So I'm glad we did all that. I'll see you in the next episode. Probably not with this car, but with something else. See ya.